Lizards are one of the most adaptable species on the planet. They can survive in extremely hot environments like deserts, live underwater for extended periods of time, and even thrive in cold climates where most other reptiles cannot survive. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how lizards have adapted to any environment and all the different types of habitats they can live in. But first, if you could please hit that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, let's begin. Lizards are cold-blooded animals, which means that they rely on external sources of heat to regulate their body temperature. This limits the environments they can live in, since they need to be in an area where the temperatures are warm enough for them to survive. Most lizards are found in tropical and subtropical regions where the temperatures are consistently warm throughout the year. However, some species of lizards have adapted to survive in much colder climates. For example, the common lizard is found in Europe, Asia, and Africa, and can tolerate temperatures as low as 28 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around -2 degrees Celsius. It does this by slowing down its metabolism and lowering its body temperature, a process also known as brumation. This allows the lizard to conserve energy and survive without food during the winter months when its prey is scarce. On the other hand, some lizards have adapted to survive in extremely hot environments such as deserts. The desert spiny lizard is a great example of this. It has several adaptations that allow it to thrive in such a harsh environment. Its body is covered in spines, which help to protect it from predators. And it also has a special adaptation to regulate its body temperature. It can absorb heat through its belly, which is white to reflect sunlight, or it can transfer heat from its head to its body by constriction of the blood vessels. These adaptations allow the desert spiny lizard to survive in one of the hottest environments on Earth. Another amazing adaptation that lizards have is the ability to change color. This allows them to camouflage themselves and blend in with their... This is especially useful for lizards that live in environments where there are lots of predators around. For example, the chameleon is famous for its ability to change color. It can do this by controlling the amount of pigment in its skin cells. When the pigment is dispersed throughout the cell, the lizard is a particular color. But when the pigment is concentrated in the center of the cell, the lizard is a different color. This allows the chameleon to change color very quickly. Other lizards that can change color include the the horned lizard, and the... Each species has its own unique way of changing color, but ultimately this adaptation helps them to survive in their environment. Many lizards also have the ability to lose their tail if it is caught by a predator. This is a last resort kind of defense mechanism, and most lizards will only do this if they have no other choice. The good news is that most lizards can regrow their tails, but the new tail will not have any of the tail vertebrae or the bones that other reptiles have. Instead, it will be made of cartilage. Losing their tail may sound like a bad thing, but it actually increases the lizard's chance of survival. This is because when the lizard loses its tail, it is able to escape from the predator. This allows the lizard to live another day and pass on its genes. Lastly, some lizards, such as the marine iguanas, have adapted to living both on land and in the water. Marine iguanas are found in the Galapagos Islands, and they spend most of their time in the ocean. They have special adaptations that allow them to swim efficiently, such as their flattened tails and their webbed feet. They are also able to hold their breath for long periods of time, which allows them to dive deep in search of food. Marine iguanas typically eat algae that grows on rocks and other surfaces in the ocean. Overall, the marine iguana is truly a remarkable creature, and it is an excellent example of a lizard that has adapted to life in the ocean. In conclusion, lizards are one of the most adaptable species on the planet. They can be found in a wide variety of habitats, from deserts to rainforests to even the ocean. Lizards have adapted to these environments in many ways, such as by changing color, slowing their metabolism down, and growing new tails. These adaptations allow lizards to survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Thank you for watching.